you ready for this?
Gonna be fun.
You will not stand in my way.
Frostborn. Hunger. This pleases me.
I do not fear you, mortal.
Your soul shall be mine.
Don't make me laugh.
Needs a brew? Oh, I do. Feel a shredding, baby. Let the battle begin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Nexus. Welcome to the 84th episode of the Nexus Trolls podcast. I am your host, GOONHOTS, and your moderator, because we know these two guys like to ramble and get wild. Yeah, as always, I'm joined by Aurumis and Soken. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Yo.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Fantastic. How's your guys? We didn't have a show last week, so we're reconvening this week. How did everyone spend their week off?
I just played lots of HOTS.
Yeah.
Like a ton. I've just been grinding.
Took lots of
Studied
L's.
for my
I took
final
lots of
exam.
L's too.
Yeah, I also took a bunch of L's, studied for a final exam.
Took an L in that exam as well.
Yeah, took an L in the exam for sure.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Yeah, I've been pretty good, man. I've been streaming, playing, working, getting back into the game, finding the rhythm, you know, and enjoying it. I've got an announcement to make about that later. But welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. We're glad you can make it. Dagomir, I see you, dude. I see you when you coming back to HOTS, dude. When you coming back?
Right now. In my game right now.
Nice.
His name is Dagomir HOTS. He better be back at HOTS soon.
Yeah, not playing Overwatch. Grizzly, nice to see you in chat as always with your trademark icon. But yeah, we got a good show for you guys today. Lots of things to talk about. But before we get started, let me go over discuss the Patreon real fast. Patreon.com/TrollsGG. TrollsGG is shared between the Nexus Trolls, us, and Trollin HGC, the esports podcast, as well as the other TrollsGG content creators. We've got a bunch of writers there as well that post articles and opinion pieces, amateur stuff, HGC stuff, whatever. Go to TrollsGG, check it out. You can donate $1 a month and earn early access to our show notes if you're interested in that, as well as acquired priority and after-show games that we have from time to time, after-show viewer games, and future call-in episodes. Specifically, that's going to be specifically for Trollin HGC. At $10 a month, you can get you reach chieftain status, and you'll get all the previous rewards plus special shout-out at the end of each show. And those guys, we cannot do it without the chieftains, by the way. And we also want to announce a new Patreon tier, exclusive Patreon tier called the War Chiefs. It's only limited to 2 patrons, and right now there is 1. It's for $20 a month, and you'll have the most exclusive of rewards, which currently is personal access to our next goal. Once we get to the $75 goal for the Patreon overall, we're at 66 right now. Once we get to $75 a month, Aurumis and myself will be doing coaching sessions with the War Chiefs, and if we have some time in between, or maybe a War Chief can't make it or something, we'll extend the coaching session out to somebody else. It'll be about an hour, maybe a little extra. We'll stream those coaching sessions here on the TrollsGG Twitch page. And yeah, you'll have access to that. It can be you can pick between me, Aurumis. If we're both available, maybe we can both step in and do that. But yeah, go to patreon.com/TrollsGG to find out more. All right. And
we have a war chief already.
Oh yeah. And we have a war chief.
Yeah.
As I say, we have one war chief already. So
Shout out to him.
yeah.
Props, yo.
I didn't put his name in here, or maybe I missed it. I'll have to edit that in the show notes. But thank you to our war chief, much appreciated. And then let's move on to our troll of the week. Troll of the week goes to Schizo. Your boy Schizo is the guy that makes all these dank dank. What do they call it? Oh,
Overlays.
The thumbnails. The thumbnails.
I think they call them memes.
They call them
pretty sure
memes.
Looking for memes.
Yeah, the memes, the the thumbnails. He's also really, really involved with the TrollsGG community. He is helping overhaul the Discord, the website, doing a bunch of things within that community, our community, and we really appreciate it. He's stepping up and taking a lot. Thank you very much, Schizo. I appreciate all the hard work and the dedication you have. And keep the memes coming, dude. Keep the memes coming. I love it. I love it. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into some news.
Someday, this will make a great story.
So specifically, TrollsGG news for right now. We are having a BlizzCon ticket giveaway. We're giving away a single BlizzCon ticket to one lucky person. Twitter.com/TrollsGG. If you looked at the pinned tweet there, you can see information on how to enter for this BlizzCon ticket. The winner will be announced 10 July on the Trollin HGC podcast live on Twitch. We'll make the announcement there, and then we'll tweet it out as well. And if we don't hear anything within a reasonable amount of time, I think it's a day or so, we'll pick somebody else through Twitter. And also, the Trolls.gg network is expanding. They're going to be covering a new show that's in the works covering a non-Blizzard property. So that's, I don't know much about it personally, but it's coming. I do know that. I do know it's coming, and it's a big topic, I think. It's a big non-Blizzard property. We'll just say that. Also, Trolls.gg is hiring. Over the next 2 weeks, they're going to be posting a number of Trolls.gg positions on the website. For the website, we're looking for writers, editors, people that can help out with layouts, and website admins as well. If you're interested, make sure you keep an eye out on the Twitter, Trolls.gg. Or, I'm sorry, Twitter.com/Trolls.gg. TrollsGG, not .gg. I keep saying .gg, but yeah, TrollsGG on Twitter. In other news, now we get into the real news. Real news. Bush League Season 2 is coming very soon, starting the 5th of August, August 5th, 2018. Bush League Season 2 will be happening, and it's bigger, it's badder, it's sexier than ever. All right.
Oh my God, I cannot wait.
It's gonna be good. We're expanding, so instead of the four teams that we had this past season, we're expanding to 8 teams. It's gonna be 8 teams, and the dates, they're gonna be 2 days of Bush League, Sundays and Mondays. Times will be determined. We're discussing that right now. We're just trying to figure out the best possible, the happy medium, right? We're trying to figure that out there for everybody. You can go to the website, bushleague.trolls.gg. There's also a Discord in the show notes. We'll post it in Twitch chat for you guys. And some new rules. We got some new rules. 8 teams. You can create your own team. You sign up. You can create a team with a bunch of other people that have signed up. You can sign up with your own buddies. It's only 8 teams, though, so you got to do it fast. There's going to be a free agent and a substitution pool. So you can put your name on that list. Hey, I'm a free agent. Somebody can pick me up. Or, hey, I'm available for subbing this weekend, these days. If somebody can't make it, here's my rank, whatever. It's going to be based on your highest MMR, the highest MMR from any one of the game modes. We're going to be using HOTS logs for this, unfortunately. Well, I don't want to say unfortunately, but that's the best we got right now. We're going to be using HOTS logs. We're going to take the highest MMR from all of the game modes minus Team League, because we know how much boosting goes on there, right, Aurumis? You know all about that.
I know nothing.
So if you're MMR is 1,000 in Hero League, but you got a 10,000 MMR on a quick match, we're gonna use a 10,000 MMR. That's just an extreme.
Quick match God.
Quick match God, exactly. And also,
the best part, baby. Let's go.
you guys don't get to pick your maps.
Hell no.
No, the
We
casters.
ain't playing Dragonshire every game this season.
No, the casters will pick the map you play on, okay? And nobody the fate decides who gets first pick. It's a coin toss. Just in the lobby, I'm pressing coin toss. We're starting the game. Brax is holdout. Oh, this team just happened to get first pick. And that's just how it's going to work. This is Bush League. If you think we're playing by all these other rules, HGC, NG, no, that's not what we're about here.
No, you're in the wrong place.
Exactly.
That way.
Exactly. Also, they're gonna be best of twos as well, best of two format instead of the best of one that they had last season. We're gonna have best of twos, so 2 best of twos each night, Sundays and Mondays. Also, nothing is banned. If a hero is bugged, a new hero is out, some weird thing is happening. Hey, it's whatever. We're letting it happen.
Fun variant players.
Yes.
Phoenix forever.
I mean, well, actually, they fixed that in this patch, but we'll get into that. Yeah, so anything goes. If the variant was, bugged, you can use it. Diablo, I don't know, some weird mechanic with it. Medivh can stay in bird form and use Arcane Rift at will. Yeah, that's fine.
Medivh God.
Yeah, so...
And so I'm seeing that there's already 3 teams already. So make sure you sign up sooner than later. Do not wait to make a team. Make it now. Get in that Discord. Sign up. Let's go.
Yeah. So there's also a couple other gimmicks that we're working on as well. And
Aurumis random sub in.
Dude, so this is what I was thinking. This is what I'm going to throw this. I'm going to leak this idea.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to leak this idea. Let's say one team bans ETC, right? And then the other team bans Jaina.
Okay.
We have the power to swap those bans. The team that banned ETC now banned the Jaina.
What?
The team that banned the Jaina actually bans the ETC. Or we can just say, nah, they're not banned. They banned Gazlo. That might be a little...
The ban.
There might be.
The ban doesn't actually do anything.
It doesn't do anything, right? But unless they had like some strategy involved or something, but... something like that. Something like that. But yeah, and
it's so much fun.
And anything can happen. Anything can happen in Bush League. Oh, we just played Brax's Holdout. All right, game 2. Where we going? Oh, we're going back to Brax's Holdout. That's what's gonna happen.
Let's go. Oh, we are the gods. We
So-
are the gods of Bush League.
And if the players want to help sway our decisions a certain way, how to bribe us. All right, cool. So, signups are still live. 3 teams have already signed up. There's 5 teams. That is today, the 28th of June, and the season starts 5 August. So, cool. All right, moving on. More to come. Stay tuned. Twitch drops are still enabled, by the way, and. If you haven't already done so, go watch a stream. Go watch a hot stream. There's somebody that has drops enabled. I have personally seen more interactivity on my stream because of the Twitch drops. I got more people lurking, chatting, whatever, saying they're getting drops and stuff. And I mean, the whole community as a whole has received a significant a viewer bump because of this drop thing. I wish they would keep it for a long, forever, but we know that's not going to happen, right? At what point is Blizzard going to say no more? Too many drops.
I mean, the event's going on for quite a while, so you still have time. Let me check the end date here. July 9th. You basically have till the beginning of next Hero League season.
Okay.
So,
so like another week or so, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been going on for a long time. I don't know about you, but I've already gotten quite a bit of drops. So I'm making money, baby.
Yeah. There's a Reddit thread. The link is in the is in the show notes where they discuss, or they show some average numbers based on this event that's going on. what was it, like it was like 5,000 viewers an hour on average for HOTS, and like now it's like up to like 17,000 an hour.
I mean, yeah, like just look at Twitch, right? If you just look at Twitch, you look at Heroes of the Storm, dude. If you normally look at Heroes of the Storm, you'll see, depending on the day and the streamers that are live, you'll see like maybe 2,000 viewers. But lately, the top stream is been like 3.5 to 4K, somewhere along that.
And it's not even Grubby a lot of the time either.
No, it's not even Grubby. It's someone else, which is crazy to me because Grubby at some points have had like 6,000 viewers and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's definitely doing work. I love it. Great.
So if you haven't already done so, go check out my stream, Soken stream, Aurumis' stream, and get those drops. Just saying.
Drops enabled, haha.
And there's drops enabled for this stream as well. So
Actually, no, it's not.
it's not what? Oh,
It's not. Look below the stream, but
oh, Liquid. We gotta talk to him. Boy.
Yeah.
No one's leaving a drop enabled stream to go to a not drops enabled stream. Oh,
I know.
all right. Let me. I forgot I had studio mode on, so you can't see the little green blips on the side. All right. Anyways, so moving on, we got us some reworks that were announced today as well. We got Asmodan's game and Jim Slainer are getting reworks. They posted the videos on YouTube. You can also see them on Twitter. I'm just gonna start off by saying I'm not excited for Asmodan. I'm curious to see about Rainer.
Yeah, I mean,
Modane.
what do you think, Armis? What do you think about?
I'm excited for both, to be honest.
Oh god.
As we know, I love playing characters who tend to be a little aggravating.
I don't know. You like to kill people from 2 screens away, you know.
We could say I like to do that. I think Goon's seen a couple of my little Asmodan stunts in the past, so I'm excited for it. I like how All Shall Burn is going to be able to deal extra damage to a target in the first place.
Yeah, it's not an infinite channel anymore. It's like over 2.5 seconds or something like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a 2.5 second channel time, and if it has the full channel time, it's like Reworks level 16, I think, where it's just going to deal a bunch extra at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not percentage
it's really
though. It's just additional.
It makes the Asmodan really good in like team fights, it seems like, and like I like what the direction they're going in, where it's not going to be just a specialist go sit down in the other lane and push over and over again. It's going to be like, hey, let's allow these specialists to come participate in the team fight and potentially get drafted into like an HGC game. Like if he's good, like I promise you, ADRD will play him in like the first week.
That's a good point, actually.
And
he already tweeted that out. He's like, I can't wait, and if he's viable, I'll play him. Yeah, he said that already.
That sounds like it's something he would do. So like I'm excited, and like Global Annihilation being able to deal 3% of your max health, like I think that's going to be pretty good. Allowing him to just kind of like actually put a hurt on tanks, so you can't just be like, I'm murdered, I'm going to not try and dodge this dunk because I'm tanky. You're just like, oh wow, I really need to like get out of the way a little bit.
Yeah.
The thing for me is like I just like that they're, you know, his kit was clearly clearly outdated. Like if you look at the talents, they're not interesting talents at all. Like by any means right now, it's like, oh, increase the cast speed of Globe of Annihilate. Oh, give your guy Burning Rage. It's like, dude, that's so lame. You know,
that's
need
so
to
like
this.
2015. Like
it really is though. Like it's not even a joke. It's so old and outdated. And
don't even get me started on Rainer's kit.
Yeah, any time that you can give a hero a better design, whether like just a design, right? Just a design. Like right now, he doesn't really have a design.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of just like a split pusher. And anytime you can give him that, where it opens up possibilities for balancing him and changing the way he works, I like that a lot more than how it is now. Regardless of if he ends up being good or not, I just think it's healthier for the game.
Yeah, I do like some of these talents. Well, okay. This level 1 talent that I have here, Greed, where it increases the time frame that minion kills will grant a stack of annihilation from 1.5 seconds to 3 seconds. You have 100% more time to get a stack from that minion's death after hitting them with the globe. It says after gaining 200 stacks of annihilation, Globe of Annihilation deals 20% increased damage to minions and mercs.
So he's a merker now. So he's like a merker.
I mean, that's just that talent. That's just that talent at level 1.
Yeah, I know. If you take that, you're going to be getting camps, which is kind of cool. I like that.
Well, what I like about it, what I like or what I dislike, I don't know. We'll see. But it's now, right now, we laugh when we see a Taste for Blood Azmodan under a game. We're like, oh my god, he went Taste for Blood. His team's not even helping him clear. Now it's like, I can go Taste for Blood. However, I don't need my team to help me. I can lower the minion wave HP by myself.
But he just has Taste of Blood. His Taste for Blood is just baseline. Like it's
yeah. But this is like the same thing, you know, except for like now, instead of getting more flat damage, you're dealing more damage to minions. And like now he's gonna be stacking by himself off in the lane. You're like, Azmodan, come help! We need to channel this. No, I'm just gonna keep getting these minions. I have 3 seconds to kill this minion wave after hitting them with the globe. So I'm just gonna do that.
He's always kind of been like that. If you're gonna get a Taste for Blood player, he's just gonna be doing whatever. I mean, I honestly can't tell you how many times I've gotten that in my games. And he's just like, there was one time we're about to go win the game, and he's like, hold on, I'm stacking. And I'm like, bro, we're gonna go to the core. Just come with us to the core.
End the game. Yeah, but I'm still stacking. 20 minutes.
He's like at 100. He's at like 120 stats.
Nah, 25 minutes. 25 minutes into the game, only has like 32 or something. Like, all right. But he does have an auto attack talent at that tier at level 1. It's called Wrath. Basic attacks against heroes with under 75% health grant 1 stack of annihilation. That's an interesting thing. How many heroes in the game? How often are heroes under 75%?
Quite a bit, actually.
Consistently enough throughout the game, right?
If you have like a monk healer, you're going to be there almost always.
Yeah. After gaining 200 stacks of annihilation, heroes hit by Globe of Annihilation take additional damage from your auto attacks equal to your annihilation stacks.
Oh, I actually didn't notice that, to be honest.
And it lasts for 4 seconds. So they're under 75% health. You auto attack them and you're getting stacks. Let's say you're at 175 stacks. And you know his baseline auto attacks with this rework. Let me see it's 42. At level 0 it's 42. So you stack up that quest. Let's say level 13 you're at 100 stacks. You're dealing I would say maybe close to 200 damage an auto attack, or maybe my math is extremely off, but you're dealing some pretty significant auto attack damage as Azmodan in the late game, and it's a crit damage, right? And you're still gaining stacks as you're auto attacking.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's great. I just like the variation between these talents. It's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to go merc? Do you want to just Q, throw a bunch of globes? That's the gluttony one, and then you got the wrath, where it's like the enemy. Let's say they have a dive team, right? If they have a dive team, you wait for them to dive you. You globe yourself, get them down to like, let's say hopefully close to 75% or lower,
or even just incidental damage from your teammates getting them that low.
Yeah, and then you just auto them. I mean, it just
like
depends.
Chromies.
It's very variable. I like that.
Yeah, if you have a Chromie and an Azmodan on your team, I'm pissed.
Oh man, that sounds terrible, to be honest.
And
Yeah, we used to run that. Dogomir knows all about that. Good times. We would just randomly run Azmo Chromie against Oreo when she was popular. So
I remember that. I think I scrimmed
do
with you.
too,
I think I
yeah.
subbed in for you guys once or something.
yeah, probably laughed the whole time. Like, wow, this is horrible to play against.
Yeah. It's like they can't get close enough to deal damage to fill up Oriole's hope bar because you guys are just poking them out with Chromie and Azmodan, and then, that wasn't
Yeah.
Anyways, and then at level 4 he has another auto attack talent. So it's Battleborn. It was moved from level 16 to level 4. Your basic attacks reduce the cooldown of summoning your little demon warrior, your W, by half a second, and your demon lieutenant by 1 second. I think the demon lieutenant.
Wait, just basic attacks, or not against heroes? So that's just basic attacks.
Basic attacks reduce. Yeah, so you can sit there attacking the minion wave, and you just got demons and shit in your lane.
Oh my god, I don't know. This sounds pretty crazy, to be honest.
I mean,
Like,
even in
about
deep
things.
fights, just having a random little minion, just like
You're literally gonna have an army of hell. You're just gonna have minions everywhere. You're gonna have like 10 minions.
Yeah.
In a team,
I think he's gonna be really good.
in a team fight on Curse Hollow, fighting over tribute, and you're just sitting there, and then you're like, dude, get this thing off me. And then a globe hits you, like, stop it! You didn't even go globe build, dude, and you still have that. What the hell? Yeah. Yeah, so there's that. There's a couple other talents there, but I'm focusing on the auto attack ones because I think those are interesting.
Fun and interactive.
But I mean, he's gonna. It's not like his auto attacks were like terrible anyway. I would when I'm solo laning as Azmodan when it's happened, throw out those auto attacks against those melees. You know, it's actually over time you're gonna be dealing a lot of damage, and then you're gonna be trading more effectively because your HP pool is just higher as Azmodan. Which, by the way, they did lower his HP pool. They're gonna be lowering his HP pool with this rework.
Not by too much though. It's still relatively high.
Yeah, for sure. And then at level 7, he has a new talent called Bombardment. It's for his Q. Casting Globe of Annihilation increases your basic attack range by 50%, and you can hit 2 additional targets for 3. So your auto attack splash damage have splash damage. Not only is it splash damage, you throw your Q, right? You throw your Q. You don't even have to hit anything. And all of a sudden you have Bronze Talon's attack range just... And if you do hit somebody, crit. Another Bronze Talon's hero, dude. I thought they learned their lesson. With Bronze Talon type talents.
No, they did
Great
not.
talent.
You can hit an additional 2 targets for 3 seconds, and I wonder if those targets that you hit, the splash... It just says targets. So it could be heroes, it could be minions, it could be the wall and a tower. I wonder if those targets that you're also hitting counts towards the minion cooldown reduction, so you can have even more of them out. And then each hero hit by basic attacks empowers... each hero hit by basic attacks empowered by Bombardment also generate 1 Annihilation. So not only are your auto attacks already granting you Annihilation for heroes under 75% health, if you hit them with the globe, you're getting stacks afterwards for a few seconds. Isn't that crazy? Like, you're just gonna be stacked up super fast if you're playing this right.
Yeah.
Soken is like, already like dying inside.
I took a deeper dive and now I'm like regretting it. I'm like, I don't want to know that this is about to happen. Oh my god. You know, overall though, I don't care if I have to play against it. That's fine. I'm just happy that I just won't get the Taste for Blood players. That's like what I'm so happy about. Like I said, right? I'm just happier he has a better design. Like Taste for Blood is not healthy. It doesn't do anything. It just screws over your team, you know.
Yeah, I mean, well, the biggest thing the biggest issue I had with Azmodan was like, you couldn't have any like variation in your build. You had to go with globe talents. You had to go laser talents. You had to go minion pushing talents, or else he was worthless.
I think they said that he has the worst like base design of the game. So like if you take him in like an ARAM or something, you know, or not an ARAM, sorry, like some kind of brawl that you don't get to choose talents or anything. Yeah. And you're just like doing whatever, like you're gonna suck the whole game, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, he's still like he got more powerful as the game went later, but like it still wasn't that great.
Dude, it was quest. Yeah, he just scaled and then quest added to that scaling.
Yeah. Whereas now, like he's still maintaining that late game. I feel. Level 13, he's got a few new talents there. He's got a new talent. One's called Brutish Vanguard. It's your W talent. It's for your W. Demon Warriors gain 25% increased health and slow the movement speed of nearby enemies by 20%.
So that would clearly go with the auto attack build because you're getting more demons, you're getting more slows, and they can't kill the demons, right?
And then you're just kiting, you know, or just like chasing them or something. Yeah, like that's
and the demon warriors have burning rage by default now, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Oof.
I mean, this sounds brutal, dude.
It's annoying. It's gonna be annoying. You're like, what the?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got another talent for his Q called Sideia's Kiss. Reduce the channel time of All Shall Burn by half a second. If All Shall Burn channels for its full duration, Azmodan is healed for 5% of his maximum health. And
that's a typo. That's a typo.
Is it?
All Shall Burn is E, not Q.
Oh, well, yeah, what the heck? Yeah, that is a Q. That is a typo. It's an E talent, yeah.
Yeah, that's a laser talent.
It has to be full duration on a hero, and then you heal for 5% of your max health, which is okay. You're dueling somebody, and maybe you got enough HP to auto them to death a couple more times. But Chain of Command is for his trait. Demon Lieutenants increase the damage of nearby non-heroes by 25%. You're no longer increasing the damage of one minion. It's like the whole way. I thought the trait already did that though. They gave it a new functionality. It can now be cast on the mini map and it has a small slope range. You can spawn Demon Lieutenant at a friendly minion, Merc, or Azmodan summon for 20 seconds. The Lieutenant will cast Demonic Smite and a random nearby minion every 7 seconds, instantly killing them. Ooh. Okay, so it's no longer buffing the whole wave. It's just buffing a minion. And then now this talent at level 13 buffs the whole wave. That's pretty interesting, I guess. I mean, not interesting. I would say it's interesting. It's like, okay, they brought that power back, but it's later in the game. It's still annoying to deal with, but...
Yeah, because it used to do damage, then they removed the damage and left only the health one, right?
Yeah, exactly. No. They removed the health. They removed the health.
Was it the health? Okay,
yeah,
so they left it. Okay.
Yeah, and then gave it damage. Level 16, Total Annihilation. Globe of Annihilation deals additional 3% max health damage to heroes. So Giant Killer on your Q. Could be pretty good if you've got it stacked up and you need that last little bit of burst poke or whatever to burn some front line down, like a Blaze or Thrall, Sonya, Johanna, whatever, Sin's Grasp is the E. Is moved from level 4, new functionality. Increase the range of All Shall Burn by 20%. If All Shall Burn channels for its full duration on a hero, its cooldown's also reduced by 4 seconds.
There's a lot of dependency now on all. If you go laser build, there's a lot of dependency on getting that full cast time. Like you want to make sure if you're going to be in someone's range, you can't be stunned, and you can't be because you can be displaced. It's okay if you're displaced. You cannot be stunned, and you cannot be like they can't leave your range. That's like a big thing then at that point.
Yeah. The other talent, Hell Rift, is also an E talent. If the channel lasts its full duration, and it doesn't say if it's on a hero or on a minion or on a wall or whatever. It just says if the channel lasts its full duration, a demon warrior is summoned at your is summoned at the target. At the target. Okay, not on you, but your laser is extending all the way over there. You finish the full duration. It's now on that target. I wonder if it picks up the talents from the other tiers and it slows them, but it spawns on them and it deals 100% increased damage for 4 seconds.
Like I said, man, Army of Hell. You're literally gonna have demon warriors just up your butt.
You're gonna be dropping, yeah. And then at level 20, you can upgrade.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say real quick. Can we talk about like level 10 a little bit here? Like, level 10.
Yeah,
level 10.
Big count changes.
They kind of gutted it a little bit.
Nutted.
I almost said nutted it. To be honest,
I don't
gutted it.
Yeah, I don't know how the way I feel about the switch to his Q. I know like remove the mana cost from your Q, which is pretty important because he always struggled with having the back constantly.
Yeah.
But I don't really know how I feel about the whole like only empowers one and is on a 30-second cooldown. There's a whole big thing about Azmodan was his like ability to dual soak and just kind of handle a big group of waves. He's not gonna be able to do that if you can only cast it once every 30 seconds now.
Well, like they said, like we said, they want him to be more team fight focused, right? Like they want him to bring him
more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only one attack though, and like even the team fight, I feel like that's a big team fight nerf too, because in a team fight you're using Blackpool like 2 times, maybe 3 times. Now you're only getting it once.
I mean, you could also use Blackpool to you could use it under your minions sometimes and let them get that last bit of damage on a keep or something as well.
Did you notice that I think they gave the level 20 functionality to the baseline demonic invasion?
They did.
It says they explode when they die.
Yeah, so their health is increased by almost double, from 365 to 750. Well, actually, that is double, right? Maybe I don't know. My math is bad.
A little bit more than double.
Demon health now decays over 8. Like the wave doesn't last forever. They will they will fade away. They will die. Like Zool skeletons.
Yes.
Attack damage was decreased, and the cooldown was decreased from 100 to 90 seconds, and the mana cost was also reduced. And then now, whenever they do fade or die, they explode. So you can use them in team fights.
Yeah, that's kind of nice, actually.
You can drop them in a team fight. I got a bunch of minions everywhere. Leming's trying to throw orbs.
And you're like, oh, I'm gonna clear these guys, and then they're like on you, right? And then they just all explode on you at the same time.
Yeah, that's a dead Leming.
Yeah,
that's a dead Chromie. Like Chromie's here, you're like, what the hell? I can't. And then Asmonez in the back line just like throwing globes at her, you know? You throw it on Anna. Anna's like, oh god, no.
Shriek.
That's actually like thinking phase.
I actually think it's going to be the choice. I think people are going to experiment with. They're going to experiment with Tide of Sin because it's what it used to be a little bit. They're going to try it and they're going to say, "Oh, this is not very good," and then they're going to go to Demonic Invasion.
Well, I mean, if you're looking to just stack up your queue and like you just want to stack up your queue, Tide of Sin's a good way of helping you finish those stacks. I mean, it does give you 50% more damage. It is a 30-second cooldown. I don't like that part. I think that's too long.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I was thinking too. That 30-second is a little much.
Yeah, I think they're gonna change that after after it gets released, because I think that's gonna be like a really big problem with him, and then they'll end up doing something else. Because like you said, if it is 30 seconds, I think Demonic Invasion or like the reworked version of it's gonna be the pick every time. Because like you really need like a short cooldown to really like control the map. Otherwise, it's like, why pick? Like if you're picking Asmodan for like long range damage, like you said with the Q, like why not pick Chromie? It's like Asmodan's got better siege and things like that.
Because Asmodan is a thick boy.
Yeah. But I mean, it's less damage and it's because he can siege. But like at a 30-second cooldown, Chromie siege is almost as fast.
If they stick with the CD of Demonic Invasion, because it doesn't say anything about the CD, so I'm assuming it stays the same, then it's still a cooldown of 100 seconds.
No, it's 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Where does this? It says that there?
Yeah, towards the top when they're talking about Asmodan.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Okay.
It's 10 seconds, 10%.
90 seconds. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Honestly, I think 100 seconds might be, given how much this does, I feel like it is good. I feel like it's good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Level 20, they have a new talent for the Demonic Invasion. Asmodan summoned units deal 50% increased damage to structures, and that's it. And then you get Blackpool at level 20. Tide of Sin creates a Blackpool at the impact location. It deals light damage, and it reduces armor over 5 seconds to enemies in the area. Which doesn't sound that good to me, but I don't know. We'll see.
I guess if they're standing in a specific place, I guess going back to Cursed Hollow, I feel like this would be really good on Cursed Hollow, right? You just globe them. With that Tide of Sin, you get that huge area that does damage over time, and then you get the reduced armor. Could maybe be something there.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like
just move out of it.
I just think the Blackpool should probably be at level 10, like the impact, and it maybe you have some armor reduction. Maybe that's OP. I don't know. Don't come at me.
OP,
yeah, don't come at me. Don't come at me with balancing because I don't know. A new talent also. There's a Q talent upgrade at level 20 after reaching 400 stacks of annihilation. The globe, the area is increased by 15%, and the damage is increased by 100. So just more flat damage. And then they got rid of Blink. They got rid of Bolt of the Storm on Asmodan. And I'm gonna say that Bolt of the Storm on Asmodan was the most triggering thing in the game. You're sitting there, you're beating up on Asmodan, you're like, God, this guy is so thick and has so much HP, and we're trading, and then he disappears. And you're like, what the heck? Why does this big demon have this? This is so annoying. And then you catch him out again, you're like, yeah. But little do you know, it takes you a minute to kill this guy, and he has it again. And he disappears. And I'm like, oh my God, what is this? They gave him a new talent. It's not Bolt of the Storm anymore, it's called Trample. You activate to dash a short distance, create space, minimize or close the gap on somebody.
Yeah, for those autos, baby.
That's right. You deal damage and you slow enemies in the path. 60-second cooldown. I'm not sure how much
Okay.
damage it does though.
So they're kind of like pulling from the idea of Kel'Thuzad, his level 20.
Yeah, shifting
It's-
malice.
It's called Shifting Malice, yeah. So they're pulling from that, but it's also it actually kind of fits the lore, because if I remember correctly, like in D3, when you face
Yeah,
Azmodan,
he does chase
he
you.
kinda-
he
he runs at
tramples
you.
you a little bit.
Yeah.
so that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Fitting the lore. Also, he's still on the map when he's trampling, so you can still kill him. It's not like he's gonna like trample over a wall, right? It just says dash a short distance. He's not gonna like bolt over a wall, right? Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, like he's gonna collide with terrain and stuff like that. He's a thick boy. He's got that hitbox. But yeah, that's Azmodan, and like I'm curious. We'll see. I don't like the fact that he doesn't have block pull anymore.
I think he's gonna either suck like really bad, or he's gonna be just insane. Like
Very
one or the
oppressive,
other. Like,
right? Like
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
see this being like in the middle somewhere.
yeah. And that's usually how it is with these reworks, especially with heroes like that.
Yeah.
What are we saying, Aurumis?
No, I said, yeah, I think it's going to be like one or the other with him. I think one of his builds is going to be OP, and
Yeah.
the other one's just going to be horrible. It's either going to be like, we're only going E build now, or we're only going Q build. I don't think that's going to be an issue that's fixed
Yeah.
looking from these patches.
All right. Well, as far as reworks, that's it. I don't even want to talk about Raynor. I'm just kidding. We'll talk about Raynor.
Oh my god. My boy Raiders, you're gonna leave him out?
Everybody wants to talk about Jim Slater, so we'll talk about Jim Slater. Jimmy Raynor finally getting the rework that everybody was just going on about.
Jesus.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Raynor in certain scenarios kicks so much ass right now in his current state. All right, people are like he needs a rework. Blah blah. Well, you know what? His kit's so bad. His traits are so bad. Or his talents are so bad. Guess what? Blizzard said, okay, cool. We're gonna change it some of the stuff, but he's still gonna be the same basic hero. Probably not gonna be like too incredible at higher levels of play. He doesn't have any mobility. Like, it's still gonna be Raynor, just with some flavor added, right? So he did suffer from some outdated talent. He had 7 generic talents, well, like Giant Killer, Seasoned Marksman, Focus Attack. Did he still have? He didn't have the Life Leech anymore. The Vampiric Assault.
No, he had it. I think I think it was a late game one. He had it and they removed it.
So yeah. So you had to pick all these talent. It was like pretty much a full Nexus Frenzy. Like it was all just generic talents all the way
So
across.
kind of yeah. So it was Vigorous Assault, but you'd never take that over Focused Attack. You'd always take Focused Attack.
Yeah. But yeah, so they gave him some new talents. Oh, they adjusted his baseline stats. He has more HP. He has more health regen. His damage baseline went from 122, which at level 1, level 0 is actually like pretty good. That's some good damage, like early game damage. It's not bad. It went from 122 to 92.
Get this. He scales, bro. 4 to 5%.
5% scaling.
We are scaling.
He
We are
is
scaling.
scaling
You
out
know
of
what?
control.
5 is insane though. Like
Yeah.
5 is actually nuts.
Zagara right now
Oh, wow.
had like we'll get into the patch notes, but they did reduce her scaling. They increased her scaling pretty high to some of the highest scaling in the game, and then they reduced it 5%.
Well, no, they reduced the base. They reduced the base stuff.
Oh, that's
all
right.
the base damage. Yeah, we'll get to that. Right?
Raynor 5%. Who else has 5% scaling in this game?
I don't think anyone does, to be honest. I mean, I don't know
Everyone's
for
like
sure,
at
but-
about like 3.5 to
3-ish%.
4 high 4s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna have we'll get somebody to look at that to see who has the highest scaling. But he's got a new ability, a trait. His new trait. He actually has a trait this time, guys. Something that is useful.
It's kind of cool.
Every
I like it a lot.
Every 4th basic attack is empowered. Every 4th basic attack is empowered. It doesn't say against minions, wall. It's just empowered.
Empowered, period.
And it deals an additional 125% damage to your target, the person in front of you. So it's like a focus attack in a sense, right?
Yeah.
And then it splashes for 50% in a small area around your target. 2.25 radius. Pretty small.
Can I say this though?
The backline minion wave.
Thank you, Blizz, for actually specifying what small area means. Like that's a
Yeah.
very uncommon thing. Like they just say in some radius around blank will happen. It's like, dude, I have no idea what that means. It could be like 10, it could be like 2. You know, I have no idea.
Yeah, Farseer's Blessing, level 20 Ancestral Healing upgrade for Rhaegar. I don't know how big that radius is. And I'm scared to test it. I'm scared to take the talent and find out because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, thank you, Blizzard.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. His Q damage, the penetrating round was reduced by a bit. The mana cost was reduced by a bit. Also has a new functionality. It slows. Oh, he also had a Executioner. It slows enemy movement speed by 20% for 2 seconds. He has a 20% slow baseline in his Q. That's actually really good.
I love it, dude. I mean, he needs it. He needs these type of survivability things.
It keeps people away, slows them down. However, the knockback range is dependent on how close that person is to him. If they just get hit by the tip, they're probably going back just a little bit. However, if they're like right in front of them, they'll probably like get pushed back that full length, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I guess, the Diablo charge kind of thing.
I guess.
That's also dependent, right?
No,
anyway.
Actually, no, I don't know.
I thought it was.
Inspire, his W, the cooldown was increased from 10 to 12, and it has a new functionality. It resets your basic attack.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and then you and all nearby minions and mercenaries. Minions and mercenaries gain 30% attack speed and 10% movement speed for 4 seconds. No longer are you inspiring your ally, like your teammates. It's just the minions.
Split push Jimmy.
They get movement speed, so you can be like, you know what, that wave just died. Inspired, hurry, get down there. And then his E is now activated, or what was his healing thing is now activatable. It's a 45-second cooldown now, opposed to a 30-second cooldown, and it has a mana cost from 0 to 75. And then now you, anytime you take some damage, you can heal for 25% of your max health over 1 second. 25% of your max health over 1 second. That's good.
And you lower the cooldown by 1 second when you hit a hero.
No.
0.5.
You
0.5 when you.
No, 0.5 second cooldown reduction if you're just auto attacking, and that's doubled versus heroes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, when you hit a hero, you reduce by a second. Damn.
Yeah. So no more. What's that talent where you kill minions and the cooldown goes away? Yeah, it's that talent.
Oh shoot! Hold on. A card to play?
No, not a card to play.
Whenever a hero, ally, or enemy is killed, that's not it.
No, it's like at level 7 or something like that. Putting on a clinic.
Putting on a clinic. Putting on a clinic.
Yep. Yeah. And now we have Rainer's Raider. Feels kind of weird to say.
Raider, yeah.
It's you get that Banshee. They changed it. You now get a Banshee. It has increased health. The damage went down a little bit, and it attacks a little bit faster. However, now you can control it and back it out of a fight and let it regen its health. So you gain 75 hit points per second when you're out of combat for 4 seconds with the Rainer. He gains a Banshee that flies by his side and auto-acquires his basic. So it auto-acquire whoever he's auto-attacking, it will start attacking that thing. And it can be killed. Once it's dead, it starts a 45-second cooldown before another one's called down.
But you know what the video kind of indicated from this, which is insane to me, is that it stays with you. Like, it doesn't die. It doesn't just end. Like, it stays with you.
Yeah.
Like, it will follow you forever until it dies, and then there's a 45-second cooldown.
And 45 seconds is not that bad.
That's not a lot. That's a bunker, baby.
That's not 100-second, monstrosity that dies and then the cooldown starts, right? So
that's pretty crazy, dude. That's significant. I like that. It's a significant ult now.
Yeah. Level 1, they got rid of seasoned marksman. He still had scouting drone.
He did, dude.
Yeah. I did not know he still had scouting drone.
Talk about outdated.
Oh my god! Remember when Malfurion had scouting drone? Oh man!
Why does this hero have a StarCraft ability?
Who else has Morales used to have scouting drone.
Abathur has Mule, which is a Terran ability. It's not even a Zerg ability.
Yeah, that is pretty stupid. Anyways, level 1, they got a new talent, Veteran Marksman. Quest: if an enemy hero is hit with an empowered acquire weak point attack, you increase the bonus damage of the weak spot by 0.75%. It's a quest, actually. If an enemy... Okay, it's a quest. So you increase it by 0.75% scaling. Ace in the Hole. This is for his passive again. It's a passive. You deal 35% more damage to enemy heroes that are slowed. He gets Executioner. I didn't even see that. I didn't
At
see...
level 1.
At level 1, and he already has a slow in his kit. Oh my god, double barrel, dude? Is that... Oh my god. Oh,
Double barrel value! Double barrel value, baby!
Wait.
You build this back on the menu, boys.
Executioner at level 1. Do you know how many slows and stuns and roots are already baseline on your team at level 1?
Yeah, that are in the game. Like, if you have a good draft,
Just
you have
at level 1. And he has an Executioner. That is the earliest Executioner I have ever seen in my life. Zool had the earliest Executioner out of everybody at level 13. Raynor gets it at level 1. What?
Damn.
Oh, man. I did not see that one. Dang.
But, I mean, they're all really good. Honestly, all of these level 1s are pretty nuts. Like, Executioner is great, but you're not always looking to team fight, which is why you got the next ability here. Exterminator. All right? Increase your basic attack damage against minions, mercs, and monsters. And monsters, everyone.
That's
BOE.
That's BOE.
That's
Infernal
BOE,
Shrines.
that's bosses, that's shrine minions on Infernal. Increase this bonus to 100% if you're inspired. Wow.
That's
also
some good
insane.
immortal rate. However, you're eliminating a lot of that. So if you don't go veteran marksman, you're cutting down on your scaling a bit.
Yeah.
And Ace in the Hole is like that immediate just like punch in a team fight,
Yeah.
right? Now you're playing a different game with Exterminator, so. But yeah, I think that's good. Damn, level 1 Jim Raynor looking.
But this is the
good.
thing. You got to keep this in mind. This veteran marksman is a very skill-based ability.
Yeah.
It's a very skill-based thing you choose because look, if you hit an enemy, then you scale with that 4th attack, right? You have to hit the 4th attack on an enemy hero, not just an enemy. So if you're just in a wave all day, you're not scaling. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like if you're just in a lane, you're not scaling. You have to hit that 4th attack on an enemy hero in order to get that bonus.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's more skill based, I would say, to be honest.
Yeah. And they did say that in the spotlight. You know, we're gonna reward skillful players. You know, they're gonna feel more impactful with this hero. Level 4, they got rid of 4 talents: Focus Attack, Vigorous Assault, Confident Aim. I don't even know what that did, and Relentless Leader. Now they moved a talent from level 7 to level 4. Fight or Flight, new functionality. This is for his E, the heal. Lower the cooldown of Adrenaline Rush by 10 seconds, and activating it grants 25 armor for 4 seconds. So
That was pretty much what it was before.
yeah.
It's very close.
You know, you can be in the fray in there, Marine, just and then get some armor, keep trading with somebody. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Behemoth Armor is a new talent. It's a trait. You gain 250 health. This is a quest.
Does that scale?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Is that 250 scale, or is it only
No,
increased
no.
by this?
I'm not sure if it scales. I'll have to check that. But
I'm sure you just acquire 250 health at
Yeah.
level 4. But then you increase this by 5 every time you hit a hero with acquire weak spot.
Damn. So there's a trait build. There's a legit trait build right now so far.
You get Jim Tank Nerd, dude. By the end of the game, you're just like
Yeah.
tanky, dude. Tanky. Sustaining rounds. Acquire weak spot attacks for 3% of your max health. This is now increased to 6% against heroes. Okay.
Attacks heal for okay.
Okay.
It's a vampiric assault type thing, except it's yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Level 7, he had Revolution Overdrive, Putting on a Clinic, and Hamstring removed. He now has heavy slugs. It's an activatable. Activate your next penetrating round. Your next penetrating round has 30% increased range. It increases the slow duration of penetrating round by 200%. A 30-second cooldown. So
200%.
That's a 60% slow.
Yeah. Wait.
More.
200%.
100% is another 20%, right? So
Yeah.
that's 40, and then another 20 on top of
Yeah,
that.
60% slow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
60% slow.
Ooh.
30-second cooldown.
It's like Sapphire. It's kind of like Sapphire at level 7, right? Or at level 1 for Deckard type of thing.
Level 7, another talent, Fuel the Rush. This is between his W and his E. While Inspire is active, you increase the Adrenaline Rush's cooldown bonus from basic attacks by 200%. So let's say you've used your trait, and it's on a, 40-second cooldown, right? If I remember correctly, 45-second cooldown. When you auto attack, you auto attack a hero, and it reduces that cooldown by 1 second. Now your auto, when you have your W active, now that's 3 seconds per auto, so you can have your E back up again. Sounds kind of cool. Sounds pretty good. It's like, okay, I need to survive here. I need to be able to get this back up again. I need to stay in the fight and shoot and, do what I can. Unstable Compound. It's a trait talent. Increase the area of effect of acquired weak point by 15%. So you increase the radius, AoE splash radius, and then enemies hit by it are slowed by 10% for 3 seconds. So when the acquired weak point pops off, everyone in the area is slowed. Dude, Executioner Rainer is actually gonna be insane. That's all I'm gonna say.
I like Unstable Compound the best at level 7 so far. Just having another slow.
Yeah.
Oh.
13,
nice.
Giant Killer was removed, Double Barreled was removed, Steel Resolve was removed. He now has Debilitating Rounds. It's a QW, so Q and then his the Penetrating Round, and then his Inspire. Decrease the cooldown of Penetrating Round by 3 seconds, and then while Inspire is active, the slow amount is also increased by 100%. So then if you're going with the other slow talents, you can increase that even more and just keep somebody essentially rooted in place forever. Rallying Cry. Increase the duration of Inspire by 1 second. All nearby heroes gain 10% movement and attack speed for the duration. So there's your Inspire for your allies at level 13. He also has Giddy Up.
Giddy up! Giddy up!
This one is actually
Let's go.
so you just gain 10% movement speed permanently.
And mount speed.
And mount
mount.
speed. And mount speed. 40% mount speed permanently. Yo, talk about some mobility. Mobility creep, by the way. On Jim Raynor. On Jim Raynor. Oh man. Okay. And then
this is blowing my mind.
Yeah, they removed.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Like with the talents later on in the game. Oh.
Give me more from level 1. It's an E talent, new functionality, increase the heal amount from Adrenaline Rush by 50%, and you gain 1 additional attack range while Inspire is active. You press your W, you have more range, and then you also get more healing. So that's it. That's interesting. Bounty Hunter. It's an active. Acquire weak spot attacks that hit a hero, deal an additional 3% of a hero's maximum health, and you get 10 armor for 3 seconds. And then when you activate it, your next basic... That's just passively. And then when you activate it, your next basic attack is empowered automatically with Acquire Weak Spot.
Okay. So if you go at level 1, you go trade at level 1, Veteran Marksman, and you're like, dang, I haven't been able to really stack as much as I'd like, then level 16 you can take... Or if you just happen to be going trait build altogether, right?
Mm-hmm. You
then take the Bounty Hunter at level 16, and you can stack even faster.
Yeah. He also has another talent, Paint Them Red. It's a Q talent, increase the damage of penetrating round by 50%, and then you heal for 100% of the damage you deal. So you heal off your Q as well. They gave him some new upgrades. Indomitable Resolve. This is for his Hyperion. Acquire weak spot attacks against heroes. Lower the cooldown of Hyperion by 5 seconds, which is crazy. Casting Inspire grants 2 seconds of Unstoppable.
Are they just giving everyone Unstoppable now at level 20? Like, what the heck?
Put it this way. What if So casting Inspire grants 2 seconds of Unstoppable. Does that go to allies? If you have the ally
That
talent?
would be so broken, Aurumis. Don't even go there.
Could you imagine somebody just jumps in for like the big 5-man mosh and Rainer just clicks W and everybody
Raider's like, give him some pepper, and everybody just walks away from the mosh pit, or just turns on ETC and kills him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my god,
Yes. Yes.
Group cleanse. Jimmy group cleanse.
dude, get out of here! Get out of here with that, dude. Get out.
Everyone just gets unstoppable level 20. That's the new Blizzard design philosophy. You know, give all the new heroes unstoppable level 20.
I guess. Duskwing is his Rainer's Raider upgrade. You increase the Banshee's health, damage, and its leash range are increased by 100%. So now now you can have that little Raider scouting bushes for you and stuff late game. You know, make sure I'm not about to get ganked here. I could go poke that Chromie in the back line. It's pretty cool. When it's killed. When the Banshee is killed, Inspire and an Adrenaline Rush are activated for free. So, the Banshee dies, you get your W, you get your heal automatically. However, you still retain your original cooldown of your WE. So that you can use it again in the fight.
Yeah, right afterwards.
Yeah, that's kind of like, okay, cool, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of nice, but I think the point, though, is that you don't want your Banshee to die. So it sounds like a kind of a little, like anti-synergistic in a way.
Yeah, I could see that. That was like, I guess we'll just... That sounds like Blizzard was like, I guess we'll just give him this. We don't know what else to do here.
Yeah, I kind of think the same thing. Yeah.
And then weak spot acquired. It's a trait upgrade at level 20. The primary target of your weak spot loses 25 armor for 2 seconds. Could be a pretty strong talent at level 20, tearing up some front line or whatever. And then
Full trade build, then you could take that.
execute passive. Increase your attack speed by 20%. Your basic attack damage is increased by 25% against targets below 50% health. Cleaning them up, Jimmy Raynor. That's what it is. Everyone in the team fights a little low after Hyperion, and then he's just going in. He's that Illidan.
Execute.
Given Leeming does resets. Actually, you don't even need Leeming at that point, dude. You got Raynor. He's resetting himself. But yeah.
Oh man, this is a good level 20. I feel like overall there's a lot of options as opposed to before. It was kind of like, oh, I'm just always choosing Nexus Frenzy. Now it's like I'm not quite sure.
I'm curious to see how this Raynor rework ends up. We're gonna see, we're gonna see more Raynors than we are Asmodeus. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, yeah.
Not because
definitely.
one rework is better than the other, but because people want Raynor.
Yeah, hell yeah. He needed to be good, man. He was like the face of heroes from the beginning.
With this new Raynor, do you think Raynor Oriole is gonna be broken?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's possible for sure.
Anyways, all right, cool. And those are the reworks, guys. You can see the links to there's a whole article that was posted. The links will be in the show notes. Take a look. There's a bunch of other information in there. They interviewed the developers and asked them questions about what their thought process. It was a pretty good article. I enjoyed it. But yeah, cool. That being said, we're gonna move into our next segment here. Troll the Nexus.
We're gonna have a good time.
All right, Troll the Nexus. We're going to talk about things that are happening in the Nexus, and the biggest thing that's happening in the Nexus right now is the balance patch that just occurred. We're not going to go over every little detail like we did last time. It takes a little bit too much time. We're just going to focus on the ones that we find probably the most impactful. If you have any questions, concerns, or you want to share your tidbit on a pad or on a balance change, tweet at us. Talk to us on Discord. Let us know what's going on. We can bring it up on the next show. But, excuse me. Out of all the rework, there were some interesting reworks. I'm going to start off by saying Phoenix got nerfed. His HP, it was regen, shield regen, HP regen, some damage on a couple talents were removed, were like shifted around. Phoenix is still like super strong. Seeing him get a little bit of a nerf is Blizzard's still keeping their eye on him. You know, like he's definitely one of those heroes that in the lower levels, so to speak, he's pretty strong. In the higher levels, people are finding like, okay, we can just CC him and he's dead, and that's that, right?
But even then, he's still pretty strong as well.
Yeah, he's got good poke, good sustain, yeah.
And slows. I mean, default slows as well. We're talking about Executioner level 1. You get a Phoenix, you get a Jimmy, it's over. GG. Slow all the time.
I mean, yeah, probably. Right. Yeah. But yeah. Maev's the biggest change for Maev. She got a couple little adjustments. You know, some of her lower win rate talents got buffed. Her Warden's Cage, the avatars, wardens that would spawn, they lasted for 7 seconds, which is a long time. 7 seconds in there, clumped up as she's getting reset after reset on her Phantom Knives was insane. Now they only last 5 seconds, which I think was definitely needed. Because you're like, damn, I'm stuck in this forever. I can't get out. I have to bump into one of these and then hope I don't get knocked into another one or whatever. But I like it. I like it. It's a good change. It's a healthy change. 7 seconds to me just seems so long. It was like an arbitrary, like arbitrarily long. But
it's very oppressive, you know. You just throw it down. Just don't just set it and forget it. Like, you don't have to worry about it. You kind of just know you're screwing over your enemy team.
Yeah. Well. Let's see. I kind of want to get into Rhaegar at the end here. Let's move over to Blaze. The bunker cooldown was increased to 60 seconds, or
50 to 60.
It's a minute now. It was 50. Now it's a minute.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna change a whole lot. He still gets.
I think it's good though.
Yeah, it's still good. It's a nice change, but he still has cooldown reduction. This just makes his level 1. What is it? The stim pack, the purple stim pack talent. This neural stim pack. This just makes it more appealing because that actually also reduces the cooldown of your bunker. It reduces the cooldown of all of your abilities. So there's that. So Zagara got some nerfs. She has been running rampant for a while after her buff. Like, people were taking her. She was putting out some damage. And now they were like, okay, based because of her scaling. Her scaling was actually insane.
Dude, I said this from the beginning.
Yeah, you did. You called it like 2 weeks ago when we talked about our patch notes. We were like, that's busted, and it turned out to be busted.
So they lowered a lot of flat damage.
Yeah, I was watching her in Hero League games, just bodying Sonya's at like level 4 with serrated spines, and I'm just like, all right, now Sonya just doesn't get to walk in the lane anymore. That's awesome.
But yeah, I think that's a healthier change. Again, probably aimed at lower levels because a lot of people don't understand how to solo lane anyways. And laning against Zagara is very oppressive when you don't understand how to solo lane. In the higher levels, I really don't think it matters too much. But I guess that can be said for a lot of these changes. Zul'jin also got a couple changes. Amani Rage was a talent at level 4, was it? Or was it level 1? I think it was... That's the one where you reduce your health by 50% and then you regen that health and gain some armor. Now it's baseline and you don't get the armor and the cooldown was increased, if I'm not mistaken. So that's baseline now. Which I think is cool, because now that opens up some of those Q talents that I was taking anyways. But
yes.
How do you feel about that, Soken? Because I know you like Zul'jin.
It actually doesn't affect me too much. I was not taking Amani Rage personally. I was taking the Voodoo Shuffle, right? The one that is like a self cleanse.
Yeah.
I just felt like, there's so much CC in the game, and that's his biggest weakness. So it's like you kind of need to take it. Now, of course,
it has some nice bonuses associated with it.
What does?
A Voodoo Shuffle, like you take it. If you use Voodoo Shuffle, it also like reduces the mana cost of your E or something like that. There's a bunch of little things tacked onto it, but
passively lowers the cooldown and mana cost of regeneration. Yeah. I wasn't honestly even paying attention to that. That's kind of just like an icing on the cake for me, Yeah. But yeah, I always took Voodoo Shuffle just because one, I kind of get to practice a cleanse in a way, It's like I know it's like not a real cleanse because you remove it, so it's like a old cleanse, as opposed to now a new cleanse is like preemptive kind of. But still, I got to practice it, and I just felt like it was better. But Amani Rage, I feel like if you're gonna go guillotine at level 10, you have to take Amani Rage, or not Amani Rage. Is that right?
Amani Rage is now just baseline. Like you just have it at level 1.
No, I know. Sorry, it's called Amani Hide, I guess. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, the new talent is.
Oh yeah. Where you get the armor.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll
I'm
grant
sorry.
you
I'm
the
sorry. I got
armor.
confused.
Yeah, it'll grant you the armor and lower the cooldown of Amani Rage by 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I would take Amani Rage if I'm going guillotine, but I never take guillotine because I love Taz Dingoes. So for me, I just never really worry about it.
I've been seeing a lot more Taz. Like I've gotten Zul'jin in my Hero League games, and I've been seeing so much more Taz Dingoes, and I've been seeing just success in general with Zul'jin. Who knew Taz Dingo is actually a good ability?
I love it, man.
Even though they do freak out sometimes, and they'll get stunned by ETC, and don't Taz Dingo. I'm like, okay, you're at full HP right now. Like, okay.
Also, a lot of supports don't know how to play around Taz Dingo.
Yeah.
They don't understand. Oh, my Zul'jin's going to use his Taz Dingo before he dies, at least ideally, and so I don't need to ancestral him right away, or I don't need to do a palm him right away, or whatever.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah. What else? Urel got her E damage was increased. Her E already did a lot of damage, and now it's dealing even more. I don't say a lot. It dealt pretty. It was her highest damaging ability, and then now it deals more damage, which I like. I want to feel impactful when I'm getting in there. Boom! I want to see that impact happen. It didn't really feel that way. We'll link the changes in chat for you here.
I got you.
Oh, you got it? All right, cool. Winks, thanks. And they reduced the channel time of her abilities by 0.25 seconds, which is also pretty cool. I think that's makes her more fun to play. You're not getting constantly almost 2 seconds. Before it was almost 2 seconds of channeling. Now it's 1.25. I think that's healthy. From what I've seen on streams, she looks a lot more fun to play. I played a lot of her before she got this change. I played a lot of her for the first 2 weeks. So I can tell you. I enjoyed the hero. She just needed a little bit more, and I think she's probably at that point now. But yeah. And last but not least, let's talk about ChadGar.
ChadGar coming for those points.
Rhaegar, dude. They increase the amount of baseline healing he does from his Q. They lowered the cooldown of his Q, and they lowered the mana cost of his Q, and also gave him some buffs to his lightning shield talents. Rhaegar actually feels good.
He does.
I take all the shield talents. I take cleanse at 7. All the shield talents. Ancestral. They also lower the amount of healing ancestral healing does, which I like. I didn't like having to be okay, here's the ancestral full health. Give me healing everywhere else. Lower that cooldown down a bit, or lower the overall healing from this. I don't want to have to rely on ancestral. If I'm making to play with ancestral, cool, I made to play this person's alive, but a lot of time they would just be healed up. And then some. They wouldn't get the full healed. They would be overhealed, so to speak.
Yeah.
Now it's cool. I heal them at the last possible. So I hit them with a QW Ancestral, and they're at 75% health. I like that. But you're also giving me more healing in my Q. I'm getting a lot of mana return with my W, with my Lightning Shield. It's 4 mana per enemy hero hit per tick. And it lasts for a few seconds, up to 100 mana. So
it used to be 40. It was not 40 is nothing.
It used to be 40. Lightning Shield costs 60 mana to cast, and now you get 100 mana back. You're gaining mana.
That's what you needed.
Yeah, I was playing him on Braxis Holdout, and it was good. I was all right.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing, man. Seeing you play him on Braxis was really awesome.
Yeah, and then I'm okay, cool. Here's a Lightning Shield on my Sonya, or my Thrall, or whoever, my melee. They're going in. They're clearing the wave with that damage. I'm getting that mana return back. I can keep casting out more Qs. Oh, in the team fight, I'm going to throw it on my Sonya. She's spinning, dealing damage. They're clumping around her. My W damage is stacking up because I took the increased damage over time on the W. It feels good. And then I go rewind at 20, so now I'm getting mana back from 2 sources, 2 frontliners as they're hitting enemies with their lightning shield, and they're also dealing more damage. And then I'll go in with the lunge at the end and get the bite. It's a fun. It feels fun to play Rhaegar again. It feels like I can get in there. I'm not constantly just like, ugh, you know, I'm out of mana. Let me go back. I use Q. Like that's all you get. You know, like it feels more robust for sure. I even went Farsight one game, and they buffed it. They buffed Farsight, and I got a lot of value out of it, right?
It was actually really awesome because Cleanse wasn't gonna do you much that game. And so you're like, screw it, I'm gonna try Farsight, and then like
I got flamed by
Infernal Shrines.
Yeah, I got flamed by not taking.
But you scouted them doing camps like 5 times, dude, and you saw all their rotations. It was really nice.
They were looking at ganks, they were like, they're missing, and I just it was on Infernal Shrines on the mid lane. You know how like in the mid lane there's that bush, there's like that smoke, then there's that terrain, and then there's that next smoke right before you go down to the bottom shrine. It was like level 20 or something. And then I don't remember who it was laning, was like in the middle there clearing a wave, and I'm like, fuck, I'm like pinging, like danger. And then I threw Farsight in that bush. All 5 of them are running there. He's like, oh snap, mounts up and runs away. I'm like, bro, I just saved your life with Farsight.
He didn't believe you. He did not believe you. You pinged it. He didn't believe you.
I mean, we still lost that game, but it was because of that Stitches. But it was so like, oh hey, we got a level 20 Nazebo. They're about to get this Punisher. They have 38 minions. We still have a fort. We have our keep wall. We can defend with, you know, a 200+ stack Nazebo. No big deal.
And he's like, it's over. And
it's over. So he runs and starts gorging everybody, and then gets killed, and everybody gets wiped, and then that's the end. And we're like, oh dude.
Yeah. And everyone's just like, wait, you don't understand level 20 Nazebo, right? Like, you know that we could defend literally anything.
Yeah, we would have lost. We would have lost a keep. At maximum, we lose a keep. Anyways.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Rhaegar, he's a fun hero to play in Hero League. Good support. Good damage. Good wave clear. Good sustain. I am going to be playing him a lot. I played 6 games of Rhaegar straight in Hero League yesterday. Was it yesterday? The day before? I lost 2 games, won 4. So, and it's not like the games I lost were because I was playing Rhaegar. It was other factors, but I felt good. I was going in for those bites, getting that damage out. I enjoyed it. So, if you have to play Rhaegar, if you have to play support, I would recommend Rhaegar. He brings a lot of tools that you need in these Hero League games where nobody is soaking. You know, you need some extra damage. You need to save something, save somebody. Definitely take it. But yeah, cool. All right. Cool. So let's move in real quick to our Hero League reports, and then we'll go over our Gaining Insight question, close out with the challenge, and that's it. Real quick, have you guys played a lot of Hero? I'm Soken, you played some Hero League. Tell me about it.
Why me, man? I don't want to relive this torture.
Just give your experiences, because there's people out there that are afraid to play or do play and have the same experiences. Maybe they feel it's only them.
All right, well, this week of Hero League was probably the worst in a long time for me. I actually was doing okay. Last time I think we talked about it because we took a week off. Last time I talked about it, I was like kind of hovering below, like bottom P2. I was like plat 2 demotion, and then I went up, and then I was like plat 2 demotion, and I went up. Right, I was like at the edge, and then I got like 3 wins, and I was like, oh heck yeah! So I'm like mid plat now, mid plat 2, and I'm like, all right, let's keep the momentum going. So I played more Hero League. I had 3 games, no healer, 2 games, no tank. Obviously, there's some overlap. There's some overlap there. So there was 2 games where I didn't have a healer or a tank. Yeah, and then there was 1 game where I just didn't have a healer. And it was brutal. It was really, really hard. I tried so hard to just ignore it because you have no choice, right? You're there. It happened. and it's just gonna happen. And the crazy thing is, so we get there was one game where someone was like, oh, if you like this draft is screwed, blah blah blah. When we got a range DPS, a support, and I think a solo laner, our first 3 picks, and he's like, is this a troll draft? And I'm just like, what? He's like, this is a troll draft. I'm just gonna troll, and he chooses Gazlo.
Oh god! And you're like, wait, what? What is happening?
I'm like, we're just like, wait, don't. Why? We're like, stop, please, no. And then he just did it anyway.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. You're like, I'm.
And that was Infernal Shrines. We did not have a tank. We did not have a support, or we didn't have a. Actually, I don't think we had a support that game either. I'm not sure. I don't remember anymore.
So
I don't want to.
What are your takeaways? Like I mean, yeah, okay, you had those experiences, but like, did you queue up again, or were you just like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep playing? Like what where are you at?
My takeaway, I mean, mentally, I'm discouraged as hell. Like people like that. So let me just give a piece of advice out there. Like when you're playing Hero League, just keep in mind you're playing with other people. I mean, these are real people, right? I'm there actually trying, and I'm using my time to improve and like work together to win. Like this is something I care about because I'm playing Hero League. Don't just be stubborn. Don't be hard-headed and just do dumb stuff. Like you can talk, if you're not sure, talk about it with your team. Saying just, this is a troll draft, I'm just going to choose Gazlo, things like that are just going to make you like fall in rank, right? You're not going to do well. We lost that game because of that, and only because of that, right? There's no chance we win that game, and there's infinitely more chance we win a game with a normal draft. So just try to remember that people are humans, right? There's humans out there that are playing. I was trying to be smart about it, so I would play differently in these situations, and I would also choose different talents. When I was Jaina on Sky Temple and we didn't have a support, I chose Ice Barrier at 13 instead of Icy Veins because I really needed some way to live.
Yeah.
Icy Veins is not going to make you live, so I just took Ice Barrier. I said screw it, and it actually worked out really well late game, and we ended up winning that game.
They can't kill you if you're dead though. If they're dead though. So
yeah,
Icy Veins, kill them all, and you're fine.
But my team wasn't peeling. My team wasn't doing anything, and I would always be the first to die. So,
true.
I felt like it worked out. And then my Kael'thas game, when I was Infernal and we didn't have a tank or a support, I just said screw it. Gazlo is top. I'm going bottom. I'm going to get all the camps. I'm going to get all the camps. I'm going to push out every wave, and it actually worked out really well for me because the enemy team must have like underestimated us, right? They're like, oh, these guys are just going to die. And they didn't clean up the camps. They didn't take camps. They just wanted a team fight because they thought they could win all the time. And they just ran around as 5 people. Meanwhile, I'm on like 3 different camps, including theirs. I took all the camps. So like, you can vary it up to give your team a chance to win.
Yeah.
You're just not going to win more of those games.
Being flexible, right? Being able to just adjust on the fly. Sometimes you got to do that. Yeah, you have a meta build, right? There's a meta build for like this is the meta. Yeah, in competitive play, but in the Hero League where it's so random at times, you're gonna have to adjust. You got to adjust. Yeah. Aurumis, what about you, man?
I mean, I haven't played much Hero League this week. I know we didn't have a show last week. I played Hero League quite a bit 2 weeks ago. I ended up getting a little bit over 8K, which is cool. I was supposed to hit GM before this week, but life bit me a little hard this week. So I've been a little busy. I haven't been able to play too much. But I mean, the other week I had some pretty good games. I had a bunch of weird comps, like Soken was saying. I actually had one that was on a Not Paradox video. People have been telling me all week, you are Not Paradox. It was a game where we had none other than Vikings Abathur on the same team on Dragonshire. And it was me, Ishbu, some random mouth player, I don't remember who it was, and then a Vikings and an ABBA. And Trixel was streaming it on the other team, and he was playing Jaina. They had like a perfect comp, like Jaina, Garrosh, like the whole 9 yards of everything you want. We ended up winning that game. Vikings, ABBA, new meta. Yeah, it was really good. Like you can win with anything, and that game, game proves it. It's like we just we're kind of joking about it the entire time, like just making like sly jokes, like, oh, like this comp is pretty much hot garbage. And
Well,
like,
let me kind of like asterisk, right? You could move with anything, asterisk, real quick. Maybe in Masters, like, okay, I could do Vikings Abathur, and if you have the mechanics of a Masters player, maybe you can pull it off, right?
I don't know.
Platinum players, none of my platinum players had any mechanics those games. I'll tell you that right now. There's only.
hey,
like,
I mean, believe me, our mechanics were horrible that game. Like, nothing really went right. It was just like good. We made better decisions throughout the game, I would say, and like that could be attributed to, I think the three people was me, Ishbu, and the Malfurion on the mic, and then the Abathur, I think DC'd halfway through the game too, so he was like not even there for. I was a bot, and then a Vikings trying to soak the other two lanes. But I would say it was just like within a few people, like good decision making, because we couldn't win team fights 3v5. And then like the Vikings went boat, and like it was.
Oh
it was
man, they went Viking longboat.
Yeah, it was something to behold for sure. But it was like we did better things. We made stronger rotations. Like, let's send 3 top lane and then just group up top and force them to rotate. Because if there's 3 top beating up in their solo laner, we could still hopefully trade faster at the gray main, or somewhat even. And like after they took our initial forts down and built like a little bit of an early game lead, we were just like, screw it, take camps, like turtle up, just like control one side, like keep flipping the rotations, like go top, harass the solo lane. When they switch to solo lane bottom, switch it again, and like keep control of one shrine until we eventually pick somebody off in a rotation. And then we're like, okay, we could snowball from here. And all of a sudden, our Vikings and a Dragon Knight pushing bottom lane for whatever reason.
Nice, nice.
I mean,
awesome. But again, plat player's not going to have that knowledge, not going to know. Barely gonna know how to get mercenary camps.
Hey, but you know what? Sometimes you'll like. There's always that chance that some wild thing just happens in a team fight where you guys just win. You got you. I mean, you gotta stay. You gotta stay.
I almost won that game single handedly by just playing Kael'thas in team fights.
You got it. Sometimes you just gotta believe.
I don't believe in those comps though. That's not something I want to play. I don't want to play that. It's not fun for me.
Yeah.
It's not why I play Hero League.
Yeah. It is what it is. For me, I played a lot. I played quite a bit of Hero League. I was very flexible with my support picks. Malfurion, I played a Lucio game against a Diablo on BOE one game. And I remember I was just like, I don't know, Diablo's still up, but like Lucio looks good here against the type of damage they had. It was like Lunara. It was Lunara. What was their other damage? I can't remember. Was it a Vala or something? But I was like, I want to be able to mitigate a lot of their damage. We're pretty like frontline heavy, and it was fine. I would just play back. Oh, we had the Vala. I would just keep the movement speed on the whole time, and like I was watching Merlin and Vala be able to dodge Lunara Qs on the ground, skill shots because of that speed. I was able to close the gap to get some kills. I was playing back and waiting for Diablo to charge in on somebody, boop them away as they were trying to flip. It was nice. I played that. Played a lot of Rhaegar. Rhaegar was fun. What else did we play? We played Maiev one game on Dragonshire. I didn't feel like I did a whole lot. I was just camping rotation. They had a Genji, so I knew he wanted to go top to harass our Rexar. Was it our Rexar, or I think it was our Rexar? And I would just camp in that bush on Dragonshire between top and mid. Just catch the Genji on the rotation, harass him, force him to go away. Just things like that. Like, I know what these guys want to do. I'm going to abuse that and mess with them. It was fun. What else? What was another game? I played Ana. I played some Ana in Hero League. That game was actually insane.
That's gonna be on your YouTube, right? People can check it out.
Yeah. I gotta cut it down, cut that file down to size. But it was. We had a Zeratul, and I would nano boost to Zeratul, and he would go in and cleave, and just like delete everybody, dude. It was insane. It was so cool. Well,
level 16.
Yeah. I forgot who I had on. I think I had like How Nguyen on my team on that game.
You had How Nguyen for like 3 games, and he just played Murd in all the games.
Yeah, it was just bodying kids. But yeah, I had a lot of good fun with Hero League. I kind of adjusted my mentality a little bit when I go to play Hero League. I'm going to just improve my play. Oh, there was one game that I played with Bacon on my team. Bacon from the Gankbush squad. He was on my team on Infernal Shrines. I was the only master. There's a bunch of diamonds in that game. And all 4 of them got in comms, and I was not in comms at the beginning. And I was like, screw it. I'll get in comms. I was literally the only person that spoke that whole game. They were all in comms. Nobody said anything. Even Bacon typed. He didn't say anything in the game. Granted, his voice is... He did lose his voice. The only thing that was said, it was a Thrall. We had Thrall, Artanis. What was our other warrior? Thrall, Artanis, Garrosh. And then it was me on Rhaegar, and then we had... I think we had a mage. I cannot remember.
I don't know.
It was such a weird comp. But we won that game. And I was the only one talking. I was shot calling. I played Rhaegar. And at the end of the game, this guy was like low diamond 1 or something like that. At the end of the game, I was like, "Hey guys, sorry I talked so much, whatever." This guy was just like, "No, it's cool. I'm glad we had a caller outer." And I was like, "Wait, what's a caller outer?" and then Bacon whispers to me, he's like, "Yo, he just said caller outer, shot caller," and I'm like, "Dang, that's interesting that somebody at this level." Supposedly doesn't know what that means, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is. It was cool. Our teammate, that Artanis, she got on voice comms like one time to say, "Hey, I got a phone call. I need to, mute for a little bit." And that was all she said.
Never came back.
Never came back on the phone the whole game. At the end, she went with a double swap on Artanis, pulled their backline into us, deleted game, and I was like, "Oh my god, that was insane!" It was a lot of fun. But I've been playing to improve my play, focus on the play, stream, talk about stuff. I take notes on stream, and also because I want to get good again. I want to be as best as I can because I want to compete. I want to compete again. I want to play, more competitively. I want to support again. But I also, more importantly, want to have fun. When I was worrying about my rank and stuff like that and losing games, I was like, I wasn't having fun. But now I just queue up and I was like, I'm just playing Rhaegar. Like, that's all I want to play. I just want to play that. I'm not going to go and say I'm going to play Gazla only. That's all I'm going to play. And go into Hero League and do that. But, if I feel like my pick is good enough, a strong standard pick, I'll just play it in Hero League. I'll spam it. But yeah. Supports for me are still the most fun for me to play. And then, I'm a one-trick Rhaegar. That's what I'm going to be. ChadGar. He is the ultimate Chad. He goes in, gets the kills, makes the plays, no longer hanging out in the back. Feels good, man. But, yeah, that is my Hero League experience for the past couple weeks. So, right on. Let's go ahead and move into our last segment here. Gaining some insight.
My mind is clear.
So, before this Hero League stretch, I found myself in a bit of a slump, a mental slump. Whether that was playing the game or just even in my personal life, there was so much going on, so much that I feel like it was going on internally for me, that I was losing a lot of motivation to do things. I was finding it hard to play. I was finding it hard to just really do anything that I enjoyed. And I told myself one night that, hey, you know what? I'm just going to sit back, relax, put in some music, do something that I enjoy, some ganja gooming. If you don't know what that is, that's my emote, my Twitch emote. I did some ganja gooming and just turn on the stream, played some chill music and played the game, and I relaxed and I found the fun and the joy in what I was doing, what I love. So my question for everybody, and I asked this to a lot of people on Discord, on Twitter. So my question for you guys is that I don't even think I put it in the show notes, which I should have put in the show notes, but let me pull it up here. Actually, I cannot pull it up on the Discord. What do you guys do to break out of a slump? Whether that's in the game, personal life, school, maybe your gym time, whatever it is. Like, whenever you feel like you're in a slump, and that slump carries over into whatever it is you're doing. What do you guys do to kind of find balance and kind of reset things for yourselves? Soken, starting with you.
All right. I mean, if we're just talking my general philosophy here, breaking out of a slump, typically, I'll have my time of sadness for, whatever it is. And then I just kind of think about it. I think, do I want to keep doing this? And usually if something I love, I'll say yeah, right? So like HOTS, for instance, I'll get pretty sad at some of this Hero League stuff and I'll go, am I hating this enough that I want to quit? No. I never really hated that much, right? I'll do whatever I need to do to relieve exercise. So for me, that's a lot of like MMA or lifting weights. That's just what I do for fun anyway. That relieves a lot of my stress, and then I kind of just give it some time. Like you can't rush those things, If you're really upset about whatever it is, you got to take some time away sometimes. If you don't have the choice, then you kind of just have to keep going. I mean, you don't have a choice. Like, work can be like that sometimes where you're like, dang, I'm having a really bad week at work. I mean, I've had the last 2 weeks have been pretty bad for me personally. And I just try to get through it. There's really nothing else you can do. So I just kind of suck it up.
What about you, Armis? What are your ways of resetting and breaking your slump? Or
I mean, I've had a couple slumps, especially like in Heroes or even in school and stuff like that. And I kind of just like, I take a little bit to reset and like I'll write down my goals, like write down what I was going for, and like I'll make another list of like why I didn't achieve it. Like what I missed to put me in a slump. Like for like me, like why did my HOTS team disband, like when it happened? Like why did I miss like a mark on a test that I want to get, things like that, and like what I could have done to make it better. And then I try to motivate myself to like just like binge, be like, okay, like if I want to do this, I should be able to like binge it for like 12 hours, 20 hours straight, and like enjoy it, and like not get tilted, like just going with like a level head, like even if it's like schoolwork, just like not getting distracted, just like get it done. Like, and if I don't love it and can't do that, then like why am I there? Like I'll just kind of like get a refocus, binge do whatever activity I'm doing, and then like hopefully throughout that I'll be like, all right, like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and like this is where I'm supposed to be at. Like I was at a Master Hero League all season, then one day I told Goon, I'm like, I'm going for GM, and the next day I'm like, dude, I'm at 5K, and he's like, what? Like, yeah. Just like take a second, sit down, refocus, and then boom, binge it, get it done. Write down what your goals are, write down why you missed them, write down what you can do to improve. Make sure you can visualize it. I always have sticky notes on my computer, on my wall behind me, in my book bag, like on my phone. I was like a calendar reminder, like what do I got to do?
Yeah.
Like what's my goals? Why did I miss it? How do I improve?
Yeah. Some people in the Discord, when I ask the question, exercise. Some people like to go out and exercise. Some people like to just meditate. But whatever it is, always remember you don't necessarily have to be stuck in that mental slump. Take a second, identify, and try to reset yourself. If you can identify that you're in a slump and do what you can to mitigate it, take a moment. Take a moment. Sometimes all you need is just a moment. And that moment can appear to you anywhere. For example, I work at UPS early in the mornings, and I'm like, man, I'm having this. It's tough. This is a tough load. This is a tough shift. I'll be unloading the trailer, and I just have a moment as I'm unloading. I'm like, I get to go home after this. I get to get ready for the show. I get to get ready to play some Hero League, have a good time, relax, see my girlfriend, see my dog, whatever. And I'm still actively doing something, but I found that moment for me, and it's like, okay, let's just get this done. Let's just get it done, and we're good. So, I mean, you can do that. Or just...
I think that's kind of the adult thing to think, is just like once you get older. For me, that's kind of how I've just felt about it. Is like, okay, just get it done. Like, yeah, I really don't like this, but let's just do it. Let's get it done.
Get it done so I can go spend the time to do what I love, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right on. Cool. Appreciate your guys' insight, and I hope if you guys have any tips or whatever, share your insight with us. We would love to hear your thoughts and your ideas. You can tweet at us. You can put it into Discord, whichever you want to do. But cool.
And specifically relating to Hero League, I just want to bring up something Super Dave mentioned that I also agree with, and I've heard other streamers say this before as well. For normal players, normal HOTS players, not long full-time streamers or anything like that. But if you're the type of person that gets really tilted in Hero League and you lose 3 in a row, just stop playing. Either stop playing altogether or switch it up, go play some Brawl, go play some Quick Match, go play some Unranked, and just chill. You know, you don't always have to keep going. You can take a break and come back later. So I definitely agree with that mentality.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's move on to our last segment. Trolls Challenge.
Get good or get wrecked.
All right, so Soken, a couple weeks ago, because we didn't do a show last week, you challenged me to play a lot of URL. I played a lot of URL.
Yes.
Sometime, like, I would argue to the point where I was, like, losing my mind.
Because you were losing a lot.
Yeah, but after a while, I got it. I figured it out, and I really like her. I really enjoyed her, and I came to the conclusion that she needs a little bit of buff, and she got that buff, and now I'm more excited to go and play this new updated URL and really like wreak some havoc with her. Now that I have that experience, I have that mindset for how she should be played, and thank you for that challenge. It was good. She's a fun hero, and she's up my alley. I like it. So
we had our game. I'll never forget the Tracer URL on Dragonshire, where we would just stay bottom lane and you'd heal me with Gift of the Naru at level 4.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a support, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he would go in as Tracer, take some damage, come back. I would press D, heal him up. He'd go back in. My D would still be active, and if he's looking to get that kill, I'll like jump in, Q in, stun him out, or something like that. It was cool. They did nerf the heal on the Q though. Or on the D, but on the trait. But yeah. What was your? I'm trying to remember what your challenge was, Aurumis.
I think it was the shot call games in Hero League.
Did you shot call that Viking Abathur game?
Yeah, Ishbu shot called most of it. We kind of split up the role there. Like, he was calling a lot of the engagements as Johanna, and I was like, I'm just going to go do these camps because, like, they need to be done right now because we're getting bodied.
Do you feel like shot calling in Hero League is too difficult to do, or do you like not?
No.
Or for you, do you feel like you don't really want to do it? You just rather just play the game and go through the motions?
It honestly depends on the players I get. Like, sometimes, like, when you get in a game with, like, all the HGC players, like, they're taking it pretty seriously. Like, I can't not be on voice comms. I'm like, all right, like, let's get on here. Like, let's do it up. Like, this is going to be a bunch of good information spilled out. The game's, like, super competitive. I remember I was in a game with, like, I think there's, like, 4 or 5 HGC players, and it was a lot. And, like, it felt like a scrim game. Like, it was serious. Like, you could tell both teams were on comms. I was like, wow, like, this is actually much harder than a normal game. But yeah, I think shot calling is definitely worth it. Like, when I'm playing by myself, I always like call out what I'm doing and like call out what I see on the map to myself. So like, I'm basically doing the same thing just out loud and like with my comms on. And sometimes there's only like one person in chat or 2 people in chat. Sometimes the whole team's there. Sometimes people don't listen. And like, you just got to kind of understand that when you shot call your games, it's not like you're shot calling for a team in scrims where they're all going to listen. You could say you could be like, don't boss, as the Tracer runs to start soloing boss.
Yeah.
She can do that on Alterac Pass, by the way. Tracer can solo boss.
Really?
So yeah, like, yes. So like, these things happen. And, like, you just kind of have to understand it and be like, okay, if that doesn't work, like, how are they playing and what call can I make that fits my teammates, like, one play style that they are forcing themselves to play all game because they can't possibly do anything else because they're inept.
Yeah.
And like, when you realize that and can like start making those calls that benefit and like work around your teammates to show that you could do it too, you're going to improve a lot. Because like, a lot of times, like, you'll have like 2 teammates that are just like way too aggressive, or 2 teammates who are way too passive and just like want to be in the jungle all game. And it's like, okay, what do you do to like make that play style good? Like, if somebody's playing aggressive, how do you make their aggression good?
Yeah.
Like, you look for ganks, you're constantly rotating. If your team is super passive and always taking camps, how do you play with that? You make calls to gank in the jungle and be like, hey, let's bush camp here on the way to a camp. And chances are, you're knowing your teammates already on the way doing that, knowing that like they could see it because they're halfway there, they're more likely to say yes rather than them being all the way bottom, forcing a fight and you telling them to take a camp. They're going to be like tunnel vision, not get it done. You need to be like, all right, if they're doing this, what can I do that is like already in line what they're doing, but just kind of like steers them off a little bit into the better path. And like just kind of like recognize your teammates' patterns and make calls accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. And identifying those patterns is like a different skill to acquire. You have to acquire over time. I will say in that game that I shot called with Bacon when like nobody was talking in comms. I was also letting my teammates know ahead of time what we wanted to do. For example, it was like they were like. The enemy team was about to be 19. We were like 19 3/4. And I was like, hey, let's play for 20. As soon as we get 20, let's get this bottom keep. That's how we want to play this. Okay? The Shrine's going to spawn in about 30 seconds. We still have a 4 top. That's fine. No big deal. I want to get this keep, though. And if they respond to us, we can win this team fight 20v19 and end the game. It took some time for them to finally stop whatever it was, and that's something that I find in Hero League. When you make a call, people don't stop whatever it is that they're doing, taking that camp or soaking that wave for whatever reason, or they're slow, they lollygag a bit. And in competitive, when you make the call, people stop exactly what they're doing and go. When they finally got around to it, we take the keep, they respond. That's where that Artanis gets that huge double swap, and we just end the game. We don't even need a Punisher at that point. And I'm like, hey, let's just end the game. That's it. End the game. Easy peasy. But yeah, I'm always trying to think ahead and trying to like line up what I want my team to be doing, what we should be doing. Keeping that thought process going forward, one thing after the other. But yeah, cool. Right on, guys. And well, this that is our show actually for today, for this evening. Thanks to everybody that was hanging out today. Actually, I'm sorry.
Challenge for next week.
Yeah, challenge for next week. What the hell am I doing?
There we go.
Yeah, Soken, what's your challenge to Aurumis?
I just want to see more tank play, and it doesn't have to be an HL. It can be in anything. So, I mean, it could be just you and me in a game together, or, you know, post whatever games or something like that. But I just want to see your thoughts on tank positioning, when to peel, when to engage, etc.
Okay. Yeah, I can do a bunch of tank games this week. I actually been playing a lot of Murden lately, so I'll make sure to stream a bunch of those games.
Yeah, I've seen you feed on Murden on Bam Bam stream. Right on. Cool. Aurumis, what do you got for me?
For you, I think. All right, I want you to hit 5K points in Hero League this week.
Let's go!
Whoa. Okay, I just hit 3K. I just hit 3K.
You just hit 3. 2K, 10 games. I want you to go plus 10 this week. Plus 10.
It's funny because like I got just enough points out of that win to hit 3K, and to be honest, that's a milestone for me. That's the next this is the first time I've ever gotten to 3K.
Yeah. So now it's got to be first time for 5K.
Okay. All right. I'll see what I can do. And then for you, Soken, let's see. I just want you to stream more. Stream more HOTS. That's all I want. I like to just be able to chill out and look at Soken struggle and well, not only struggle, I don't say struggle, but like it's always a show with your games. It's always so funny. Yeah. It's like so emotional. Super high octane, super high feeding, whatever. But stream more games, play heroes that you like, have fun with it, you know. And maybe I'm gonna challenge you to focus less on getting the points and winning the games, and just streaming to have fun and interact with people. And the winning will come after. And I know you're gonna hit Diamond, and I know you're gonna hit Master eventually, and you're gonna beat our games feeding. So that's the end goal. But stream more. Stream more. Even if it's like an hour. I don't care. Stream it.
All right. We'll do.
Dude, I have a good challenge for Soken next week, and I'm writing it down. I just thought of it from like something you said triggered it.
Okay. All right.
Oh no.
Save it.
No, man. You always gotta give me the challenges that are just hard, dude.
No, this challenge is nothing to play. It's a mental thing. And it's gonna be nuts. I'm excited for it. Tune in next week for this one.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh God. Okay. Well, my girlfriend just like grabbed my finger, put it up my nose, and then put it in my mouth. Trolling. She's trolling me. But yeah. And then you guys have a challenge you guys want to give to the community for anybody that's out there watching, listening?
Yeah, I want everybody in the Discord to play a Hero League game and throw one mistake that you made into our Discord. Recognize that you made a mistake and have something to work on, and write it down. Physically write it down, read it to yourself, see it, send it out to people so we can like recognize, hey, am I making that same mistake? And post it. That's the first step toward improving, knowing that you're making a mistake. Give yourself something to improve on. Let's hear it.
And if you want to join the Discord, by the way, and this is another part of that challenge, if you guys are listening or watching, join our Discord. Hang in there. Hang out in there. Go to trolls.gg/Discord. Open it up, and there's, you can see the HGC stuff. You can see our show stuff in there as well. Get in there. Get involved. There's some good stuff going on in there. I want to get everybody involved. I want this to grow. I want everyone to be a part of this. I want people to share ideas, share things. Yeah, it's nice to talk about, skins and events and stuff, but let's get down to the nitty gritty. How are we going to be better players? How are we going to be better? How are we thinking about this game? How are we going to teach others to be better? But yeah, that's it. But right on. That is our show for this evening. This time for real. This time. Before we leave, I want to thank all of our Patreons. We appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much for everything. We really can't do this without you guys. Thank you so much. Schizophrenic, for creating the thumbnail memes each and every week. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. You are also the troll of the week. Thank you very much. Thank you all for listening to the Nexus Trolls, a Heroes of the Storm podcast, which we stream live on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TrollsGG, every week on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Aurumis, tell the people where they can find you.
As usual, you can find me at GG_Aurumis on Twitter. You can find me on Discord, on my Discord channel, which you can get right on my stream at Aurumis8. There should be a little tab in there that you can click on, send you right there. You can also find me on GamerSensei for anybody looking for coaching. I just posted my link in the chat. If you sign up using that with your email, you get $5 free to go towards your first lesson. Plus, I have a discount code of, I think, 20% for first-time students. So feel free to hop in there. I think GamerSensei's got a deal this week for like 20% off lessons. So now's definitely the time if you were thinking about it. You can also find me, like I said, on Twitch at Aurumis8. And yeah, let me know if you guys need anything or if you have any questions.
Right on. All of these links will be in the show notes as well. Soken, what about you?
You can @ me on Twitter, SokenGLHF, and send me your finest memes. Thank you. And I will be streaming more within the next week. I'll try to stream at least 2 times. I'm going for 3. At twitch.tv/SokenGaming. So that's where I'm at.
All right, cool. And you guys can find me on Twitter at GOONHOTS, GOON HOTS, HOTS. That is where you will find the best hair in the Nexus. You can see me post. I'm always talking to people on there, posting stuff. Whatever things I'm thinking about, retweeting all kinds of stuff. Here's the Storm related or otherwise. And you can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/GoonHots. I've been streaming a lot lately, so come out, have a good time, come lurk and grab some free drops as well. You can catch me here. You can also catch me on Troll and HGC podcast, which airs every Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. Special shout out to my boys at Reborn, the org that I am associated with. Thank you guys very much for all your support out there. And yeah, Also on YouTube, GOONHOTS. Just, you type in GOONHOTS, maybe Heroes of the Storm or something like that, and you'll see my content there. I'll be posting a couple of the games from my Hero League streams on there. They're pretty awesome. Thank you all again to our Patreon supporters. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/TrollsGG. You can subscribe to our show on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or wherever you happen to find your podcasts online. And you can visit our website at TrollsGG/TheNexusTrolls to watch this and past shows along with past video streams, which can also be found on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/TrollsGG. For announcements about the show and general Heroes news, follow us on Twitter at TheNexusTrolls. Please follow us on Twitter. Tweet at us. I'm lurking. Nobody sends me anything. I'm trying to post stuff. Nobody sends me anything. No questions. Come on, guys. Hit me up. Hit us up. Let us know what's going on, baby. If you want to hang out with us in the Trolls community in game, /join TrollsGG in the chat, or you can join our Discord channel, trolls.gg/discord. And finally, if you want to get in touch with us, the best way to do so is by email. You can email TheNexusTrolls@trolls.gg. Thank you so much to everybody in chat. Thank you so much to all of our listeners, all of the people that watch on YouTube. Thank you so much we appreciate all your support. And let us know what we can do better. We're always looking. We always want to hear you guys' input and what we can do to be better. We have some ideas that we're going to do in the future. We're working our way up to that. We want to make sure we're keeping you guys happy. But until next time, guys, be safe. Take it easy. We'll see you in the Nexus.
'Cause I'm
See you later, everybody.
TNT. I'm dynamite.